Some women walk into a room, and everyone notices. They aren't louder than anyone else. They aren't trying harder. And yet the attention naturally moves toward them. You've seen this before. That presence isn't random. It's psychological. And today, we're studying it. Welcome to the Opal Society, where beauty meets the mind that wears it. Today, we're unpacking one of the most studied aesthetics in pop culture, the Jennie Mindset, inspired by the presence often associated with Jennie Kim. Not just the fashion, not just the makeup, but the internal architecture behind the aura. Psychologists sometimes describe a trait called low self-monitoring behavior. Most people constantly scan their environment, adjusting themselves based on how they think others perceive them. They perform, they explain, they overcorrect. But individuals with quieter confidence don't operate that way. They move through situations with a stable sense of self. And that difference is noticeable. When someone is no longer auditioning for approval, their behavior becomes calmer, slower, and more intentional. Interestingly, that calmness often reads as authority. Notice moments in interviews or public appearances. Pauses, stillness, a willingness to let silence exist. Silence, when someone is comfortable with it, signals confidence, and confidence attracts attention. The visual style associated with this aesthetic follows a similar principle. In design and fashion theory, there's an idea sometimes described as the editorial paradox. Looking effortless usually requires the most intention. The blurred lip, the glossy eyelid, the minimal contour. Each element is carefully selected, and just as importantly, carefully restrained. It's not about adding more. It's about editing. And this philosophy extends far beyond makeup. The mindset behind it is curatorial, curating clothing choices, curating time and energy, curating who has access to you. Because the same person who chooses her eyeliner carefully is also likely to choose her environment carefully. Standards in appearance often mirror standards in life. Here's where the deeper mindset shift appears. Many people grow up conditioned to operate as supporting characters in their own lives, constantly accommodating, explaining, and softening themselves for comfort. But a different psychological framework exists. It's known as self-concept clarity. This refers to having a stable, clearly defined sense of identity that doesn't fluctuate based on outside opinions. When someone possesses that clarity, their behavior changes. They don't rush to justify themselves. They don't over-apologize for boundaries. They don't perform enthusiasm for things that don't resonate. Practically, it can look like simple shifts. Saying no without a paragraph of explanation. Wearing what you enjoy without waiting for approval. Not laughing at jokes you don't find funny. Entering a space without trying to prove you belong there. This energy isn't cold, it's contained. And contained energy often feels powerful. The Jennie Mindset isn't about copying someone else's style or personality. It's about understanding what that presence represents. A quiet internal decision to move through the world with clarity, with intention, with standards. Because when someone truly believes they belong in the room, their energy changes and other people feel it. If you're interested in the psychology of beauty, confidence, and presence, welcome to the Opal Society.